It's frozen though.
Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. It's Tech Tip Thursday, and we're both
Just a
here.
tip.
I mean, we're both here. It's been a while since we were both
Yes.
on together. And programming note: this will be the last live session until Wednesday, July 5th.
Till the new year.
Till the new year. No, we're taking a 5-day weekend. 5-day weekend. Brian's moving into a giant house. I'm trying to get back from Alabama and catch up with my family. What I'm going to do though is we're going to make some playlists. So for example, tomorrow, for those of you that are subscribed, we'll send a playlist out of all the free leads and follow-up Friday sessions for those that, it's better than binge watching something on Netflix. Those things will actually help you make some money. Good morning, Mike. Good morning.
I actually recommend you skip the 4th of July party and watch Wake Up Real Estate episodes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, throw them up on the TV, right? And let the whole family enjoy. Yeah, exactly. Look at these two idiots. All right, social post of the day. What do you got?
Just as this is a follow-up on our session yesterday with Jordan about the non-QM. So, one of the most exciting of those is the no tax return, no job kind of. Yep. I forget what he called it. He had a term for it, but Morpheus doing the Matrix thing here.
That's the community program, right?
Yeah. Is that called a community? Wait, let's just look at this. And by the way, the notes, a lot of you guys wanted the notes, Josh. I'm not sure you were able to send that with the replay, but I added that to the post on the site.
Oh, sweet. I did not include that.
Owner occupied, it's OONI, UNI, owner occupied no income ratio loan, the one I did.
Yeah.
So is that called the community?
The technical term for it, but one of the wholesale lenders that offers it, they call it their community program.
Gotcha.
I don't know why. It's a terrible name, I guess, but whatever. Mortgage note. I did not get through my normal market update this morning, so I don't know where rates are at compared to yesterday. Actually, it hasn't come yet, which is one of the reasons why I didn't get through it. However, I did. I was listening to National Real Estate Post this morning, and interesting note that mortgage applications for purchase and for refi are up.
Yay!
Now, I'm assuming that's May numbers because obviously we're not yet at the end of June. And
well, Brian, they're up for us.
What's that? Yeah. Up massively, right? So
thank you guys.
Yeah, shameless plug. This show is brought to you by the Virtual Mortgage Partners team at Nexa Mortgage.
Yeah. Guys, there is business. I was just talking to Josh. I talked to some people and they're like, "Oh, it's Armageddon out there," and I can't find a deal. And then there are others out there just busier than they've ever been. So,
on average, the last 7 days have had one contact in my database, at least one contact in my database, directly reach out, either asking for help financing or wanting to see a specific property. Yeah. At least one on average since last Friday or Saturday. This morning, Carmela, she wants to go look at a house. Cosette's scheduling her. Yesterday, I got 2 calls. I didn't even share this. Actually, maybe I'll bring this up, but I sent out a text script yesterday that got 3 opportunities, 3 positive responses. The day before, it was somebody asking for, to schedule a VIP tour of a specific property. So there is activity. And even Ryan, I had mentioned to Ryan, my rev share check for this month, which is basically the second half of May and first half of June productivity of my EXP team, was very nice, right? So there are deals happening. Deals are happening in some form or another. It's just a matter of figuring out how to be a participant in them. Bill, good morning.
Did you want me to? Can I share this text you did?
Yeah, please do. It wouldn't be Carmela. Okay. If you find Tariq Castile. If you search for Tariq Castile,
Okay.
he called me from the text script.
Nice.
Yes, Andre, the boys are back, but then we won't be back again until July 5th.
Yeah.
5-day weekend.
So yeah, I guess it's easy to think that things are dead because of the holiday and everything, but they're not necessarily.
Also,
dead,
and
right?
if others are thinking that, that's your opportunity to swoop in. Don't you have to do it in the top box, don't you? Oh no, there he is. There he is. So it was another financing focused script. Okay. And
you had a typo too. I got this one from you.
I had a typo.
Yeah, hi Tariq, who do you, that self-employed?
Oh boy. It was supposed to be, who do you know that's self-employed or a business owner and needs financing? And I added to the last couple batches in parentheses, we have some great options available right now.
Yeah.
So
he called you.
Called me. I was at Caden's game yesterday. He called me. I found out he's got a construction business for 14 years. So this was actually a business financing deal, which, by the way, we can help with that too. Just so you know, if you work with business owners and they have financing or funding needs, we've got lots of great options for that as well. But I got that one. I got someone that shared the name and number of someone that she knew that was a business owner, and someone that said, me, I'm a self-employed business owner. And so I need to follow up on that conversation because that one went went dark. But I want to follow up with that one today and see if there's any opportunity.
So texting Thursday instead of texting Tuesday.
Yeah, do it whenever you can.
Hi name, who do you, that self-employed or a business owner? Leave the no out on purpose because it works.
Well, I don't know. It might have worked better if that was in there. I don't know, because I got 3 replies, which I don't know. It's hard to judge what's what, but 3 is better than none. That's what I'm certain of. 3 is better than none, and I sent it to less than 2,000 contacts, I think. So it wasn't like a huge contact list. All right. I want to, for Tech Tip Thursday, I want to piggyback off of something yesterday that I was sharing, What's Working Wednesday, which is direct mail, and give a shameless plug for thanks.io. Go create a free account at growwithjosh.com/thanks. I want to share a just sold postcard that I ordered this morning to go out. So hold on here. Okay, so this is the postcard. I'm going to work in reverse order. So this is the postcard. It honestly took me to make this template, the front and the back. It took me, I don't know, 10 minutes. So this is a dynamic postcard. Now, I've put the image that I put here is the image of the actual property that sold. However, you know, one of the many things that I love about thanks.io, which I was mentioning yesterday, is that I could have put the street view or the map view of the actual recipient's property. But in this case, I think it makes sense to send it this way. Now, what I want to do is, like 2 weeks from now, I'm going to send one to the same audience and with a different message and have their property and do something like, you know, thinking about selling and have their property. You know, we just sold 6015 Westbury Drive, and we had 7 offers and a whole bunch more interest. You know, we should chat, which is kind of the message on the back. But anyway, I'm going to send another card out to the same audience, but in that case, I'm going to put the street view of their property. And that is just a great pattern interrupt. I mean, when someone gets something in the mail that has their property on it, like, they're going to look at it. Yeah. It's at least going to get read.
Is this the same audience that you sent just listed cards to for this property?
Correct.
It's the same mailing list. So these people are going to get 4 or 5 mail pieces in about a 2-month period about this property.
Exactly. And if any of them are thinking about selling, I'm at least going to get an opportunity, you know, to win the business. The back of the card. Hi, Chris. And Chris Lubold here. We just sold our neighbor's property, and I put our neighbor's property on purpose because I live in the neighborhood. So it's not like, it's not just it's mine too. There were 7 offers in writing and a great deal more interest. If you've been thinking about selling, we should chat. You can call or text me at this number, which is my personal cell. Or if you'd like a free detailed report with what a buyer might be willing to pay for your home today, just text us your address. And this is my KV Core number, or just scan the QR code to the right. This is going out to 191 homeowners. And the just listed card I sent out got almost 10% scan rate.
Really?
If I remember
Okay.
correctly. It was almost.
So can you go back into thanks? And I want to point out a few things, because I was talking to somebody yesterday about design of a thanks postcard. And the tendency.
Before I do, Winifred had a great question. The total cost of that. So I went with the big postcards, the 6x9, and the cost was $181. Because
you had the additional print protect on as well.
Yes, I have the print protect on, which means it's just it's a thicker, it's a better quality postcard. And that's the postage and the print. Okay, it's the postage and the print. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh yeah, so I was talking to somebody about design, and they were asking all kinds of questions about Canva, and they were like, "Well," I said, "just use the dynamic, guys. The dynamic just converts better every time I use it. It just converts better." So I just want to show people where that was. If you go to the image templates, right there, and you click image builder under the postcards, it's just filling out a few fields. And it builds the card and injects the street view and does all this stuff. Like I don't even need to explain it. You just go through the wizard and it builds, right?
Yep. There are 12 templates you can pick from.
Yep.
And here's where you can choose so I uploaded the image of the actual property, but you can use map view or street view by just clicking that. Then the header is like that's the thicker part at the top. Okay. So this on here, this is the header, the just sold and the address. And then this is the sub headline down here.
Yep.
This is the tech tip, I suppose. I don't know. But the QR code, I can choose where people go when they scan the QR code. And not only that, and I've been talking about this functionality since they added it, but this is so cool. When someone scans this QR code, I will almost immediately get an email that says, "Hey, Josh, Chris Lubold at 6045 Westbury Drive just scanned the QR code on the postcard that you sent that looks like this with a link to the postcard. And if I have, when uploading the list, included their email and phone number, it'll even have that data for me there. And if I haven't, Ryan, you're still doing this, right? Where it'll give the link to the True People search, reverse address lookup. I mean, it is killer.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe texting that too, if you put your cell number in, because then you could just call them from your phone right away. You can also zap that in the KV Core, of course, or your CRM.
Yeah, well, that's I need to have Mike set that. I want that to happen for
I can just. Yeah. He can do it, or I can do it real quick. Now scroll down to the second part right here on the screen you're on. So a lot of people obsess about this side, and they're like, "I want custom design on this side." Because if you order, trust me, guys, the messaging and the offer is way more important than fancy design. And so what you're seeing, the design here is just the branding builder and thanks. It just builds it for you. Put your picture, your logo, and the color scheme. It's over to the left there, Josh.
Yep. So again, go create a free account, growwithjosh.com/thanks, and just play around with this stuff. So right there, the branding builder, if you click on that.
And to make this even more of a commercial, our team, because we know you guys don't have time for this, our team will just do this stuff for you.
Yeah.
So you just go in and you click the concierge link and I just want that card that Josh sent. For this, and they'll just build it and send it.
And you can to build the branding thing, or to use the branding builder, you can put your website here or just click out of it and you can set whatever. That's actually what I did. Like I use
it's easier.
So this orange is the EXP brand color orange.
Yeah.
And I like, obnoxious colors on stuff like this. I know that it gets attention, hence the ugly yellow front. I could have done the blue brand, this blue. It's totally up to, and that's
So
the image that I have.
So if you get one listing in sale from this endeavor, it was like a list of what, 200 people almost?
Just under 200.
So if you get a 0.5% overall response, you sent 4 or 5 touches at $1 a piece. So you might be
under $1,000.
Yeah.
There's not a listing in there that I wouldn't get at least, a 12 to 15 to 1, anywhere from 12 to 15 to 1 ROI if I spend $1,000 to get one listing in this neighborhood.
Yeah, and you will, because you'll get a listing. It might be in 6 months.
Right. Well, I already have. I don't know how many we've added to the database from this, but it's somewhere between 8 and 12.
Like combos about the property value and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So those people, they're just waiting till they're ready to go, and at least half of them will call you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, it's scrolling across the bottom. growwithjosh.com/thanks. And to piggyback on something Charla yesterday asked, if you could send one off. And that's another beautiful thing about thanks. You can send 1, 100, 1,000, 10,000. It's whatever. And we even have. So maybe the tech tip is this: you can use Zapier to have things happen automatically. So, for example, we have a Zap set up. We've actually turned this lead source off, but we had a Zap set up for motivated seller leads through ZBuyer. When they came in to our KV Core, they would get zapped into thanks and get a series of direct mail pieces, right? So like you can automate all of this, or at least some of it. I can't necessarily automate what I did this morning, but you can use it with automation as well in different ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go obnoxious colors. Yeah.
I mean, it's the brand color, so like it's not like whatever. And the yellow on the front, I can tell you from lots. I have spent like literally tens of thousands of dollars on postcards back in the mid 2000s for motivated sellers before I was even licensed. And we would send yellow postcards. This was from click to mail. This was like direct from the post office, and those way outpulled white. Just and so, but the just listed one that I sent, if you were paying attention, it was in that image builder library. That was the white version of it. Basically a similar template to that yellow one. It was just a white background, and that worked great also. Like, I mean, so.
Yeah. So it's definitely slower than pay-per-click. It's not instant gratification, but the ROI tends to be higher.
And let's face it, we're in a long sales cycle business anyway, right? So like, yeah. And I need to run the numbers on this, but I need to figure out how many deals I've done or transactions I've closed since I went back active that direct mail at least played a role in. Because here's the thing, like
half your listings, right?
Yeah, but it layering on direct mail to what you're doing is creating more evidence that people should work with you. You're not necessarily, it's not like, it's a rare occasion when you send one direct mail piece and the people call and they're like, come list my home, right? But it's that layered on with other digital follow-up and other things is how you how you win long term. So for example, the ones that came in from my just listed card, every one of those is set up on a market update or market report in KV Core for our township, right? So like now they're getting my weekly email newsletter. They're getting the market reports and updates, and they're going to get this direct mail piece. I'm going to send another direct mail piece in a couple of weeks. It's just creating an avalanche of evidence that I should be the person that they should at least consider working with. And it's, about 75% of people, whether buying or selling, interview, quote unquote, one agent. Just be that one agent. You've got a 3 out of 4 chance, if you get that, 3 out of 4 chance that you get the business.
Yeah. And then if you've got a better listing presentation and you actually are doing more to market their home, then it's a slam dunk. So
right, yeah, you'll get some of the 25% that isn't just a slam dunk by the simple fact that you were the one person that they were open to interviewing with, let's say, or having an appointment with. All right, I think we've hammered that well enough. Just if you jumped on late, programming note: this will be our last live session until Wednesday, July 5th. Taking a 5-day weekend. Ryan's moving into a new big house. I'm trying to get back from Alabama and catch up with my family. And what we'll be sharing is we'll put together some playlists for those that want to binge some Wake Up Real Estate goodness. I wasn't even thinking the 4th of July playlist will be Texting Tuesday, right? So people can binge watch Texting Tuesdays. A couple of quick shameless plugs. We mentioned it at the beginning, but this show is brought to you by the Virtual Mortgage Partner team at Nexa Mortgage, and we are so grateful for the opportunities that have been coming our way, the warm referrals that folks have been sending, and the opportunities that we've been able to generate. For example, Ryan tweaked an initial text message that is going out to new leads that we are co-marketing with our V-Qualifier process, vqualifier.com, and we got an immediate bump in replies. In fact, we got one yesterday that said, I think they said something to the gist of, we need a little help with credit, but we've got $100,000 down payment.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, and this brings up a point, Jordan. If you've been to any of our free info sessions, he often refers to the fact that there are 3 pillars when looking at whether or not someone may qualify for mortgage financing. Do they have assets or down payment? Do they have credit? And do they have income? And as long as they have 2 out of the 3, and in some extreme circumstances, even 1 out of the 3, there are options for them. And we can help explore that with them. As you can see, scrolling across the bottom, if you want to check out yesterday's free info session, let's go to wakeup.realestate/7non-QM.
And the cheat sheet doc, it gives it all the 7 programs with bullet points, just so you're aware. It's kind of, and you guys can do whatever you want with that doc. I'm thinking Joshua might turn that into like a lead magnet or a landing page in and of itself. That's consumer focused. Yeah.
The idea behind these sessions is to activate your reticular activating system, to be aware that these things exist, so that when you're having conversations with people, it creates more opportunities for you, right? So like, we've covered VA and some unique ways that you can navigate those guidelines. We've covered FHA and some things that you may or may not have known about that. And then these programs are great for helping the non-traditional borrower. Next week, we're going to talk all about buy downs, 321, 21, 10, and permanent buy downs, so that you can understand those. Why is that relevant? Well, you can potentially get rate sensitive borrowers or buyers off the fence with a conversation around buy downs. So we're going to do a deep dive on that next Wednesday. Oh, Ryan, I need to get you the link to register for that, to change our redirect. After the show, if you go to wakeup.realestate/mortgage webinar, you can register for next week's info session, Wednesday at 2 Eastern. All right, enough plugging. We hope for those of you, most of you on here are in the States, so we hope that you all enjoy a wonderful Independence Day weekend, cookouts, barbecue, fireworks.
Happy Boxing Day, and thank you for the smoke, Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it's bad. It's bad here
Yeah.
right now, Josh. I know you're not
Yeah,
here.
I know. I was talking to my dad this morning and said, "Yeah, you're coming back to some rough air quality."
Yeah.
One last thing, though, the show we're off for a few days. Our team is 100% on call. So if you're working this weekend and you have a borrower or buyer that needs pre-qual or financing help, we absolutely are will be on call for that. You can reach out to me and I can get you pointed in the right direction, or just reach out to Jordan. His contact info has been I've been including his in these info sessions.
And I want to thank everybody who's willing to sit here for like the last 5 minutes of every show and just listen to Josh plug away.
Listen, shameless.
It's fun.
It's shameless
It's
for
fun.
a reason. Yeah. All right. If you need
Thanks,
anything,
guys.
let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you back live next Wednesday, same time, same place. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy a long weekend.
See you guys.